Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Meadowcreek High School for this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. It's Lamino, Georgia, welcoming North Georgia United. At this time, we do ask to please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. It is Lamino, Georgia, taking on North Georgia United. Larry, we were here at Meadowcreek High School, home of the Mustangs, for this UPSL Georgia action. Third of the matches today here on ASMG TV. Take a look at the fixtures for week number 10. Georgia Athletic falling to FC Columbus Elite 2-0. SSL, trying as they might, could not take on Potros FC with a 5-1 victory over them. And then this match today, we look at week 11 next week. You will see that Fountain City FC will be home to Georgia Revolution. FC Birmingham will be home to Lamino, Georgia. FC Columbus Elite will welcome Albion to the Otis Spencer Stadium. North Georgia United will welcome Dalton United for the Dalton Derby, and then Georgia Athletic will take on Pachuca on Sunday. SSL will have UMA, and Kalanji will have Potros FC for the doubleheader. That will be right here on ASMG TV. Leaderboard has changed significantly from this morning. The way it was this morning, you could see here, Lamino, Georgia, 7th. Georgia Athletic was 6th. With that win for FC Columbus Elite, they are in 9 points. They will jump all the way up with Lamino, Georgia, and they are just over UMA and taking that 8th spot. So it has been a major switch in the change. Potros FC with their win, that will shoot them above Kalanji Pro Profile, and they will be in first place as of tonight. Just about to get underway here at Meadowcreek High School. It is going to be North Georgia United that are going to get us underway. They are in the pink kits, moving from left to right. Lamino, Georgia, they're in the blue and yellow kits, and they'll be moving from right to left. Take a look at the weather as it stands right now. A beautiful 66 degrees out there right now. It is a perfect day for soccer. And for those watching at home and then our sci-fi fans, it is the official, unofficial Star Wars Day. So wherever you are, may the 4th be with you. We're underway here at Meadowcreek High School. That one, a little bit of an errant pass back. It's going to be a corner right off the bat. And these near corners that we have here at Meadowcreek High School, they're in the void. We can't see them with our camera feeds, so we'll just tell you on. He comes in, punched away by Mendiola. Still in play. Back to Mendiola, looking for a path to go. He's going to just blast it out of the North Georgia final third. Now, here comes an attack from North Georgia United. Down the far line. Good little back heel for the runner. Sliding across to Maradiaga. Maradiaga just not able to control that ball, and it is in Lamino, Georgia's possession. Down here on the near line, looking for a place to go. Orta. He's going to send it long, trying to get it up there to Penegas. Penegas is going to be able to win it off of the defender. Shot taken! Oh, just wide. Good opportunity right off the bat for Lamino, Georgia. Back underway very, very quickly here. North Georgia United, they have spent the majority of this season at the top of the table. There's a cutoff of a pass, but right back into their possession. Lose it again, Diouf. He gets dispossessed. Panagos is going to let that go out. It'll be a throw for the home side, Lamino, Georgia. Thrown into Diouf, gives it back to Orta. That pass a little slow, and it did knock out. It'll be a throw for North Georgia United. Bounce around. Diouf's going to try to get to Etienne. Etienne not able to hold that. Stanley Etienne had a massive goal last week. The Georgia Athletic able to come back and win 2-1. High in the air. And that one's going to roll out. It'll be a goal kick. This Lamino, Georgia squad, 3 wins, 3 losses. They've scored 12 goals so far this season. Cleared away there by the keeper. Huberty loses it right in center circle, but still able to control it is North Georgia United. Cleared away by Garraby. Out for a throw. Green looking for a path forward. He's going to find one in Herrera. Herrera makes the turn. Diouf trying to dispossess. He's going to be able to do so. Going down, going to be a foul by Herrera. Getting a little chippy there. It's only 5 minutes in. You don't need to get that chippy, Mr. Herrera. Back underway. Coming all the way over here to the near side. Farias looking for a path forward. He'll send it long. Etienne not being able to get over Tucker, but it's still in possession of Lamino. Orta now. Loses it. Green. He sends it long, but nobody there. Both these two teams very possession-based. Green able to run that down. He's just going to knock it out, let it be a throw. Told you about Lamino, Georgia. North Georgia United comes into this match 4 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 23 goals that they've scored so far this season. 2 of their players, Meadowcreek and Lom, both at the top of the table for the Golden Boot Award. Combine both of their goals, they would be in sole first place by a mile. Green will receive it. Hand it off to the other side. Come back to Tucker. Green looking for a long one to Meadowcreek. Villa Gomez is able to run that down, give it to Farias. Farias has to one-time that as he's under pressure. Green's able to control it, but it's going to be knocked out, and it will be a throw. Ramirez will send that over to the far side. Reset with Garibay. Decent ball forward for Lamino. Can he get there? Cannot. Escorted out there by Angel, or I believe that was Orellana who escorted that ball out. See the owner of North Georgia United, Jonathan Torres, on the bench for the staff tonight. He's really done a number for this North Georgia team. A team that in all purposes last year were out of the Premier League due to the restructuring. They were able to stay in, brought in Coach K, and it has been a complete culture change up in Riverbend Park for this North Georgia United team. Made it to the playoffs, made it all the way to the finals, defeated by Kalanji Pro Profile. I think Antonin is still on, he is. And Coach K has had them at the top of the table all season. Tried to lay that off Avery to get to it. Sliding across, it's still in. Player goes down, he tells him to get up, the center official does. Excitement for the fans. That ball is knocked out. We'll take a look at exactly what just happened. You can see as this ball is sent in, deflecting around. Beautiful ball forward, saved by Mendiola. It's bouncing around to the players. Kind of bit of a scrummage a la WWE. In the end, no foul. Center official tells them to get up and play on. We had a bit of a controversy in our first match today between Georgia Athletic and FC Columbus Elite late in the match. Georgia Athletic felt like they should have had a penalty. Looking at the video live there, I have to feel otherwise. I don't feel like there was a foul. There's a foul right there on Green. All the way back to Mendiola. Trying to thread the needle, Orellana, he's able to get it forward, able to get it to Herrera, but he cannot get past the 2 Lamino men. Ramirez now. He's going to send it long for Etienne, but Orellana making a drastic save there. as Etienne would have been in on that exchange just between him and Tucker. Be a throw for Lamino. All the way over here to Orta on the near line. Orta, he had thoughts about what he was going to do once he received it, but he hadn't yet, so it goes out to be a throw for North Georgia, quickly taken and quickly lost. 1-2 between Panagos and Gutierrez. Diouf through center circle, gives it back to Ramirez. Over to the far side. And we're going to go all the way back to Farias in goal. Reset, beautifully done with Lamino. Gutierrez looking for somewhere to go. He's going to go back to Garaby, who's going to go back to Ferris. And you are watching UPSL Georgia Premier Division action right here on ASMG TV. 12 minutes into the match, still 0-0 between Limeno, Georgia and North Georgia United. This is week 10 of 16 in the spring season for the UPSL Georgia Conference. Top 8 teams will move on to the playoffs. That will kick off right after the regular season. Top 4 teams will have home field advantage, and all top teams will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. We have several teams that are tied on points. Remember that it is head-to-head action that is the first tiebreaker. Huberty now. He's going to lay it back to Orellana. He's going to look to switch it over here to the near side. Good touch there. And that one deflected off and out. Angel, who received that ball, number 3. Beautiful touch by the young man. Goal kick is going to be taken by the center back. Gives it to the keeper, Farias. He's going to send it long. Panagos is able to head it forward to Etienne. Etienne got a good touch. He's going to lay it off, let Panagos run it down, but Green just a step faster than him. He's going to receive a foul as Panagos kind of pushed off on him there. Gentleman's foul, as we would call that. Back to Mendiola. Green has some space to move forward. He'll give it to Tucker. Tucker gives it right to Huberty. Good turn. Over here to Angel. Angel looking for somewhere to go. He's going to switch play right to the Lamino player. Physics takes over, and Herrera is able to win it for North Georgia United. That ball's going to bounce through one man, but not the second Lamino man. Still in play, no fouls. Huberty goes back to defense. Orellana. He's going to just give it to Tucker as he's got nowhere to go forward. Over to Green. Green's got a little bit of space here on the near line. Able to keep it in, but loses possession as he was troubled there. Now Etienne. Maradiaga really putting the pressure. That ball is going to be blasted out for a throw. Angel with the throw. Into the box, going to be headed away into the void. That ball is going to go still in. Sent forward. Maradiaga not able to control that one, and it goes out. First 16 minutes clipping right along. Nice little turn there by the Lamino man, but not able to control it. Herrera, he's going to slide it across Angel. Angel one times it to Maradiaga. He heads it forward. Little bit of a step. Great save by Farias. Biggest note in the lineup for North Georgia United, no Emmanuel Lomb tonight in the starting 11. Lamino passing it around. Gutierrez goes back to the defense. Who's going to try to send it long to Edson. Tucker just heads it right back to Mendiola. Safe play by the center back. This North Georgia United team like to play in the 3-5-2 system. This Lamino Georgia team, the more traditional 4-3-3 that you will see here in American soccer. Foul committed by the North Georgia man. Diouf will get us back underway for Lamino right at the edge of center circle. He's going to lay it off. He'll let Ramirez come up and take it. Ramirez gives up about 1.5 feet height to just about everybody on this pitch. Here's an opportunity for Lamino. Good little poke forward. It's going to be a goal kick. Little something out of nothing right there by Lamino Georgia. Take a look at it again. You see on this free kick, he sends it forward, does Ramirez. Received on that far side, gets around the defender, just tries to toe poke it. Just about 2 yards over top bar, out for a goal kick. Here's an opportunity, Panagos, and it's in, but it's offsides. Offsides. Lamino thought that they had found the opener for the match, but offsides on that opportunity. You see right here, Lamino just a little slow on this ball. Right here comes the pass, and he's just off. And wow, it wasn't by much. It was a whisker offside. Mendiola now. He'll go over to the far side with Orellana. So this is week 10 of 16 for the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. 13 matches, 14 teams. 3 weeks built in there for makeups. This is one of those makeup weekends, as there's only 3 matches this weekend. Several teams have several makeups still on the boards for them. Here's a chance for Lamino. Orellana Able to get there enough. He slides it across, but Tucker cuts it off. Clears it for North Georgia United. Gutierrez was trying to get that ball to Antonine, loses it, but he continues the pressure. Got to go all the way back to Mendiola. One of those teams that has several matches that they need to make up is going to be who was our league leader coming into this match, Kalanji Pro Profile. They had to take last week off due to the loss of their starting keeper who passed away in a tragic vehicle crash last week. Our hearts and prayers go out to David Magala and his family as David Magala loses his life at too young of an age. Only 24 years old. We get back underway here in the 22nd minute. Both of these teams struggling in the final thirds of their opponents to find the back of the net. Sliding across, Antonine! And there it is, folks! That is called the commentator's curse. Oh, no. It hit the outside of the post. Excuse me. That looked like it went in from up here in the box. It hit on the outside, and it was a goal kick. Wow, that tricked me. Antonine, I thought I had commentated course. Wow, that was close. It's an exact opposite that Emmanuel Lom did to me a couple weeks ago when he had an amazing free kick that went and hit the side netting, and it was so beautiful it didn't even look like it went in. It was that precise. Herrera, he tried to slide that one through, but that was just one, way too far out, and two, just not enough on it. Cut off by the Lamino man. Orellana, that pass a little bit off. It'll be a throw for Lamino. Sent forward, Diouf now. He's going to be able to get there. And Mendiola had to get that one right as Diouf was just millimeters off that ball. Sent into the box, Panagos heads it, but Mendiola is right there. Green gives enough of a shield to not allow Panagos to have direct contact. Gutierrez wins it. Ramirez right in the middle of the field. He's going to take a shot, deflects off of Orellana, but still in possession. Antonine over the bar and out for another goal kick. Antonine looking very dangerous all of a sudden in the last couple moments for Lamino, Georgia. Stanley Antonine for Lamino, Georgia. Good little lifted ball for North Georgia, but it was cut off. Got to locate another one of those Voigt balls. Voigt, the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL. Good crowd tonight. We got people in the far stands, people in the near stands. Green moving forward. He's going to lay it off over here to Angels. Lifted forward. Herrera cannot head that ball. Diouf is there, but Herrera is going to win it back. He's going to take a shot. That one over the bar and out for a goal kick. First real shot on goal in a while for North Georgia United. Look at the updated lineup, or updated leaderboard as it stands right now after the first two matches tonight. Potros FC take the lead, 17 points. North Georgia United, they fall to third right now, 14 points. They could be right there with Potros with a win tonight. Lamino sitting in 7th place right now with 9 points. Tied with FC Columbus Elite with 9 as well. A lot of teams with a lot of points that are identical. North Georgia United, Dalton United, both with 14. Georgia Revolution, Georgia Athletic, both with 12. Lamino and FC Columbus Elite with 9. UMA, Albion, both with 8. It is very tight. Every single point is going to matter from this match until the end of the season. Two biggest critical matches are coming up. One of them is going to be next weekend, 7:30, right here on ASMG TV. Kalaji Pro Profile welcoming Potros FC. What could be one of the major matches that is going to settle who is going to win the regular season. Angel's not able to control that ball. Gutierrez, he's going to make it into the box, slides it across. Diouf! Oh, and that one is just able to be cleared off of the defender, and it goes out, and it's going to be a corner. That was defending by all means necessary, giving up his ankle. It'll be the in-swinger, and that one's going to be headed away. Diouf back into play. Ramirez. He doesn't get that pass right at all. He's out for a throw. Number 16, Brandon Burrell, put his ankle on the line there for North Georgia United to keep that ball out of the back of the net. All the way back to the keeper, Farias, as we are getting ready to roll into the 29th minute. That ball a little cooked, but Orta is going to be able to run it down. Villa Gomez sharing passes with Gutierrez. Gutierrez being really pressured by Herrera, now being pressured by Maradiaga. And Farias having to get it to Garibay. Garibay releases. Tucker, Panagos. Great work there by Tucker. Able to keep it in play. Go ahead and take a shot. Mendiola's right there. Tucker felt like he was fouled. He's having a word with the AR over on the far side. Up to Penagos. Penagos is on. He was able to get through that offside trap. He lays it off. Ramirez now. Huberty wins it for North Georgia, releases it. Herrera now. He's trying to get it up to Ronald Diaga. Maradiaga, he had 2 men on him. Now he's got 3. One-man wrecking crew, and he is dispossessed by Gutierrez. Excuse me. Yeah, it was Gutierrez who did dispossess Maradiaga. Trying to hold off. He's got an advantage as Diouf had fouled. Had an opportunity, was dispossessed by Ramirez, so advantage is over. Gutierrez getting it to Panagos. Herrera, Maradiaga. Maradiaga not afraid to shoot from distance. That one right to Farias. Farias is going to send it long. Ramirez settles it. Good touch by the young man. Loses possession. It'll be a throw. And 31 minutes into this match here at Meadowcreek High School, home of the Mustangs in Norcross, Georgia, where we were bringing you all the commentary for today's match. As this is match 3 here on the ASMG TV network. We brought you the stunning win for FC Columbus Elite over Georgia Athletic. And then we brought you Potros FC's defeat over SSL. Ramirez, he releases it forward. Vale gives it to Etienne. Etienne trying to work around Tucker, not going to be able to do so. Etienne's trying to maintain his body structure to control possession. Ramirez, they're wanting a handball, not going to get it. Angels going to release it forward to Maradiaga. He's got 2 men on him, Garibay and also Villa Gomez. He gets past both of them. Angels, good footwork. He gets back 1 man. He's not going to get past Garibay. That ball get knocked out. It'll be a throw for Ramirez. He's wanting it to be a North Georgia United throw, but not going to be the case. Good ball across. We switch the play to Orta. Orta works around Herrera. He's going to send it long. Back up there to Val. He is on his horse to get there in time. That ball's going to get knocked out, and it will be a corner. Good opportunity there. Lamino trying to utilize those channels on the near and the far side. The far side more than the near. Mendiola getting a little bit of an equipment assistance from his center back. And thank you to our broadcast sponsor, Images Frozen in Time. They're the ones that are helping bringing all of this coverage to you. This will be an in-swinger by Lamino, Georgia. Right into the box, headed down, Etienne! And Farias Mendiola just falls onto it. Lamus goes back to Mendiola. You can see Coach K there directing traffic for North Georgia United. Tucker giving it to Green. Green will go back to Mendiola. Not the best clearance in any way, but it's going to find its way back to Panagos. Didn't work out there for Tucker or for Mendiola. Gutierrez now. Thinking about trying it on his own, hits the brakes. Diouf at the top of the box, he's dispossessed. Now North Georgia United looking for one. Great ball to Maradiaga, hits a shoulder, and they are gonna call it a handball. Hits him right about in the tricep. They're going to call that a handball. Diouf gives it right back and over to Gutierrez. He's going to lift it to Panagos. Panagos, he's right there. Oh, and he just gets that one wrong. He had positioning, and he just whips it and yanks it wide of the goal. See Antonin already stretching. It's not a warm day in any way, shape, or form, but that doesn't mean anything about hydration, as it's only 66 degrees. Hydration must always be on the minds of these athletes as they are working at full speed for 90 minutes. One of the hardest physical sports that's there, is you have got to run for 90 straight minutes. Most players are running anywhere from 5 to 10 miles a match. Ramirez. Diouf now. Pushed off of the ball there by Avaloy. Avaloy now comes over here to Herrera. Herrera moving forward. He's going to take it with his left. And Farias is there to cut that chance off. Just about done with 37 minutes here at Meadowcreek High School. Still 0-0 between Lamino, Georgia and North Georgia United. North Georgia United making the 2+ hour trip from the Calhoun area down here to Norcross, Georgia. One of the mini suburbs of Atlanta. That one's gonna just roll through center circle. Gutierrez lifts it to Panagos. Mendiola having to come out, but it's going to be offsides. Panagos has had some really interesting opportunities. So far, he's been offside on several of those occasions. You see Coach K on the sideline giving instructions to the winger over there on the far side. He sees something in the Lamino formation. Huberty, Tucker. Tucker's looking for somewhere to go. He's just going to come here to Green. Green's going to send this one long, but cut off there by Villagomez. Huberty heads it over to that far side, able to control it. Nice little flick there for the North Georgia man. Maradiaga loses it. Gutierrez gives it to Gomez. Villagomez sends it over to Garaby, who releases it. Panagos goes back, cleared forward. But the pressure of North Georgia United starting to get to Lamino, Georgia. They're losing possession in the midfield. See the pressure coming on here. Carrera, is he going to win it? He is. Gives it to Ronald Maradiaga. Maradiaga trying to hold off the two defenders. Slides it across. And just able to touch it was the defender, straight up into the air, and Farias is able to grab it. That pressure starting to build. Oh, that was a beautiful little spin move there and an advantage play for Lamino. Etienne, he's now out on the wing. Coming into the box, trying to work his way around. Hits it, blocked off of Tucker. It's still in play, but it's going to roll out, and it'll be a throw for Lamino in the final third. You can look by the American flag just behind the goal for Mendiola. The wind is almost nothing down there on this end of the pitch. Thrown into Diouf. He flicks it across, but nobody there for Lamino. Lamas has acres of space to move forward. Hits the brakes, slides it over, and all the way back to Green. Burrell, he's going to send it long, but nobody from North Georgia there to receive it. Garibay for Lamino. A little bit of a pass around. Ramirez gives it to Gutierrez. Gutierrez trying to get past Herrera as he is being accosted by Herrera every chance he gets with that ball. Over here to Orta. Diouf. Back to Orta. Penagos. Trying to get past Green. Deflected off of him. This little battle between Penagos and Green has been quite enjoyable to watch. So far, neither side getting the better of one another. Diouf heads it over the bar. Put a little too much into that head flick, and it goes out, and it is a goal kick here in the 42nd minute. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday evening on this May 4th. Extensive rain showers over the evening. There's a good turn, but a foul going to be committed by Green. So with this, we had a match on this turf before here. It was a Division I match with Lamino and Atlanta Fire. Quickly taken, Penagos tries to slide it across. Oh, and that one Tucker he cleared it, but it almost went into the back of the net. We have to take another look at that one really quick before this corner, or maybe afterwards, because they're already grabbing the ball, getting ready for it. Tucker got a touch on the ball as it was coming through the box, and he only missed by millimeters. Here comes the in-swinger, and cleared far away. That ball is going to make it all its way down to Lilburn, Georgia. Thrown in quickly. Now pressuring the North Georgia United man, Avaloy. It's going to come in over the bar. We take a look again at that opportunity. You can see here, as this ball comes in quickly from Ramirez to Penagos, when this ball comes through, Tucker gets a touch on it, and it doesn't miss by much. If Stanley Etienne was just about a fraction of an inch faster, that was in the back of the net. Tucker sends it long, not able to get it to Herrera. He got it up to Gutierrez, who is able to go all the way back to Farias. And now here comes another attack from Lamino. Lamino having the better of the attack so far in the first 44 minutes. Penagos, that ball just a little too slow, easily grabbed by Mendiola. North Georgia United, not really a lot of opportunities on goal so far. Only one real good shot from Herrera. Maradiaga also with a slight challenge. Nothing so far of any consequence. Herrera now trying to find his way through. He takes a shot, and that one way over the bar and out. Lamino, Georgia will be happy to let North Georgia take shots from that far out if that's going to be the result. Orta down the line, trying to keep it in, not able to keep it in for Penagos. It's going to go out. It'll be a throw for North Georgia United. This is an opportunity late in the match. We'll see how many minutes of stoppage time we're going to receive. Would not expect to see too much, because there's not been much of a stoppage in play for injuries or any other actions in the match. One minute of stoppage time is what I'm seeing from the fourth official. Headed into play. Diouf is going to be fouled by Maradiaga. So we'll have 1 more minute of stoppage time before we will go into the half. Sent into play from Farias. Tucker's going to head it back towards center circle. Ramirez loses it. Orta turns around Lamus. He's able to get past Burrell. Laid off to Diouf. Diouf will go over to the far side to the on-running Gutierrez. As we have 2 Gutierrez's for Lamino, if that is confusing to the fans watching at home. Be a corner for Lamino as we're going to end this first half of play. Lamino has 2 Gutierrez and 2 Ortas. It'll be the in-swinger, Gutierrez. Headed out, he'll do it one more time. That one was so fast, center official will let him try it one more time. Here comes the in-swinger. Headed away, yet again. He'll keep it in. No, he did not keep it in. But it will be a corner because it bounced out of the back in line. So, third time. In swinger. This one all the way to the far post. So every time Gutierrez put just a little bit more on it. But that is going to do it for the first half. It's going to end the first 45. Lamino, Georgia 0, North Georgia United 0. Good battle between the both sides. We'll see what they can do at halftime, if they can take an opportunity to have some conversations with the staff and get ready for the second 45. We'll step away for a few minutes, give you a chance to get something to drink and a good snack. Come back for the second 45 here at Meadowcreek High School. It ends after 45. Lamino, Georgia 0, North Georgia United 0. We'll see you in a few moments, folks. Don't go away. And welcome back here to Meadowcreek High School for this UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. Limeno, Georgia 0, North Georgia United 0. Larry, we were bringing you all the action in this match for ASMG TV. Was an interesting little first 45. Both teams not really finding any real action into the final third. Limeno, Georgia, if any, were the ones that were the better of the two. Take a look at the fixtures for this week. You'll see 3 matches so far. Georgia Athletic falling to FC Columbus Elite. Potros FC with a good win over SSL to take the top spot in the division. Lamino, Georgia, and North Georgia United you see here today. Look at next week. We have a slew of matches. Fountain City FC taking on Georgia Revolution at home. FC Birmingham, Lamino, Georgia, FC Columbus Elite for the doubleheader down there at Otis Spencer Stadium. Albion, SC Atlanta, North Georgia United taking on Dalton United. That Dalton Derby will be on ASMG TV. And then on Sunday, Georgia Athletic taking on Pachuca, Georgia, and the doubleheader SSL and UMA Kalanji Pro Profile Potros FC. Those will also be on ASMG TV. Look at the Golden Boot race as it was before we kicked off week 10. And you had Nazario and Bamio for Potros at the top of the table. Emmanuel Lamera Diaga for North Georgia United. They're both sitting in 2nd and 4th place. Usman Fall for SSL right there with Maradiaga, and Chip Van de Essen for Dalton. Just about to get underway. It'll be Lamino, Georgia that'll start it there in their blue and yellow kits moving from left to right. North Georgia United in the pink kits moving from right to left. Last minute little bits and bobs of everyone getting on and off the field, getting the ball boys, getting the balls ready to rock and roll. That Voigt ball sitting at Etienne's feet, ready to go. Voigt, the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL. Underway here at Meadowcreek Stadium. Lamino working the ball over here to the near side. Good little ball forward there. Gutierrez trying to find it. Panagos. As the lights begin to come to life here at Meadowcreek High School. We're in this under the lights. See if either one of these teams have the force to find the back of the net. Took a little bit of a knock to the back of the head. Trainer is going to come on for the blow to the head. We'll have to come off for a moment with the trainer coming on. Number 13, Orellana. Center official just having a conversation. It's like, you take a blow to the back of the head, I have to have you at least come off for a second. It's going to be a drop ball for North Georgia United. Back underway. We'll go all the way back to Mendiola. Tucker's going to send it long. Be interested to see what Coach K had to say to his North Georgia United squad at half. He was very vocal on the sideline since he got here, as he was a little bit delayed in getting here. He wasn't here for the official start. Huberty goes down, he's fouled. Handshake there between the two players. Tucker will send this forward. Diouf blasts that out via header. Etienne, that's a pretty ball forward. Now here comes Gutierrez. Chested away by Orellana, and Ingles will send that into the stands, and it finds its way back onto the pitch. Gutierrez taken quickly. Ramirez. This Lamino Georgia squad has such a depth in their academy system that they have been able to retool. Here's a ball for Panagos. He heads it down, but he just can't control it. It's out for a goal kick. This Lamino Georgia squad, they were in the Premier Division several seasons back. They were relegated to Division I, been down in Division I for several seasons. Now they're back here in the Premier Division. In that time, they had to retool their squad because the likes of Gio Rios no longer in this squad. He's moved into the professional ranks. Ramirez gives it to Gutierrez. Offsides there by the Lamino man. We will see some of the younger Lamino Georgia squad once they move into the new UPSL Academy system when it launches here at UPSL Georgia, the 13s, 15s, 17s. Here at the UPSL, giving a new pathway for these younger players to make their dreams come true. Have a pathway from the academy system all the way through to the Premier Division and beyond. So many UPSL players are finding paths into professional opportunities. Foul going to be committed by Diouf. Herrera is going to send this long right into the arms of Farias. One of the great examples of players that have made it all the way through the ranks. AS Frenzy from Florida a few seasons back. Jan Diamande, they win the national title. He wins the Golden Boot. Gets an opportunity with CD Legañez over in La Liga. And the young man, after just a few months with the team, finds his way into the starting lineup of the ones and gets to take on the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid as a starter. And it shows you that anything is possible. Georgia United trying to get out of the pressure, gets a foul on Panagos. So far, we're 52 minutes into the match. No yellow cards issued. A couple friendly fouls, if you want to call them that. Call them gentlemen fouls. Tucker's going to call off Orellana and then lay it off to him. Allow them to move past halfway. Nice little flick there by Lemus to Anjes. He's got to go back to Orellana. Morel gives it back to him. Just a little bit of a stab poke there by the Lamino men to win possession. That ball get knocked out, be a throw. North Georgia United feeling a little bit more confident here in this second 45. They still have to prove it on the pitch, as Lamino has had the better opportunities. Turn by Huberty, he'll lay it off. Orellana is going to go back to Tucker. Both of these two teams still have all their subs to work from. Remember that here in the UPSL, You can sub up to 7 players per match. Do not have to be within specific windows. The 7 can come at any time. That ball will be knocked out. It'll be a corner for North Georgia United. It'll be down there in that void. We do not have the ability to see what's going on, so we'll see how this comes in. Into the box it comes, headed. Huberty tried to get a hold of it, not able to do so, but it's still in play. Back over to Unhels. He lifts it towards, and it's in! What a goal! Great goal for North Georgia United as that comes from a great reset counter. Take a look at it again. You see this recovery here. Lays it back. And then across. Back in from Herrera and Huberty. Back underway. 1-0 for the guests. Said North Georgia United was starting to feel confident. Must have had a really good talk from Coach K. Lamino feeling like that possibly could have been offsides as Herrera was past what they felt was the line. But Herrera able to send it over to Huberty, who puts it into the back of the net. We'll throw in for for North Georgia United. Huberty gives it off to Green. That one saved by Farias. I'm sure that Lamino feels like it's time to bring in the emergency crews. As you hear one going by. That one toe poked down the line. Foul is going to be committed on Gutierrez. This one's gonna be about 35, 36 yards out. It is maybe about 3 or 4 yards off of the touch line. Penagos trying to get there, not able to. Diouf lays it off. Orta can't get it out from under his feet initially. Ramirez takes a crack at it, and he pulls that one wide. Take a look at this ball as it comes in, and Diouf, he lays it off, and right here as Orta lays it over to Ramirez and just takes a really good crack at it but pulls it wide. Opportunity back again for Lamino, not giving up. Orellana is going to crush that ball, send it over to the far side, stays in. Tucker going to clear it, and that is going to be able to stay in. Maradiaga, what a beautiful touch by Ronald Maradiaga. This ball sent forward, but it's not able to be kept in. Lamus was there, but it's over his head and out. We roll into the 58th minute. 1-0, North Georgia United over Lamino, Georgia. That ball finds its way out. It'll be a throw. Limeno, Georgia starting to get a couple players up and stretching, ready for the opportunity to come into this match. Huberty not able to get there. Gutierrez controls it. Is dispossessed. Great work there by number 5, Avaloy for North Georgia United. He's going to send it over to Maradiaga, who's out on the wing. Lays it off to Avaloy. Avaloy cannot get past that North Georgia, or that Limeno, Georgia defense. Ramirez makes the turn. Gutierrez, he's being pressed. Huberty really keeping him honest. Ramirez now. Lemus lets him go, and Angel is going to get fouled, and that is going to be the first booking of the match. That'll go to Angel's number 3 here in the 59th minute. So first yellow card of the match. Ball in. Ort is going to take a shot, but Mendiola is right there to cut it off. So Huberty gets the goal in the 54th minute. Again, the biggest talking point coming into this match was the fact that Emmanuel Lum not in the starting lineup for North Georgia United. One of the top goal scorers for this North Georgia United team. Center official coming over and just telling him that's enough. Next time you do anything like that, I'm going to have to book you. Our center official doing a great job today. Trying to make it way through. North Georgia United, that one's going to flick out, and it's going to be out, and it will be a corner. Really putting the screws to Lamino all of a sudden here in the 61st minute. Center official for today's match, keeping them in control. Here comes a counter for Lamino, just able to get that toe poke, was green for North Georgia United because they were really in 5th gear, was Lamino, Georgia. They had numbers moving forward in haste. Gutierrez lifts it over, good touch. Penagos, he gets a shot off, but it deflected. Ramirez. Substitutions coming on for you can see here on this attempt, Penagos takes the shot, deflects, comes up again. Ramirez, he takes it, but unfortunately it is out. 2 substitutions ready to go for Lamino. It'll be Etienne and Vale who will come off. Etienne had a good shift in these 63 minutes. There will be number 9 and number 18 who are coming on. Number 9 is Carlos Orta. And number 18 is James Leon. Here comes Lamino, able to get past it. Plus comes in, and there's the goal. James Leon with the goal for Limeno, Georgia, and just like that, the home crowd is back in this match. And take a look into this match. This ball coming across on the far side and is slotted across and just put right into the back of the net. Nothing Mendiola could do, and it's 1-1. Lamino, Georgia, and North Georgia United. Leon scoring that in the 64th minute. Call that a super sub if you want. He was only on the field for less than 60 seconds, and he puts one through past Mendiola. Now, North Georgia United trying to get right back into this. Leon. They're trying to do the exact same thing again. Penagos, beautiful ball. Gets past Mendiola, and Penagos, what a goal for Lamino, Georgia. Me, oh my, that was exquisite. Take a look at this one again. This ball working on that far side yet again. Slides it across, gives it back, and right back to Penagos as the defense comes after him, and he puts it into the back of the net, and it is 2-1 Lamino over North Georgia United. That one coming in the 65th minute. So 2 goals in 90 seconds at most. That one coming from Penagos. There was some sort of equipment needed for Green. For his shin guard, but he's back together. We're back underway. It's 67th minute. It's Lamino, Georgia 2, North Georgia United 1. Now this would be a huge result if it stays the way it is. North Georgia United had an opportunity to be at the top of the table if they came away with a win. Lamino, Georgia with a win can find themselves in a 3-way race with Georgia Revolution and Georgia Athletic on 12. But they wouldn't change position as they lost last week to Georgia Athletic, and Georgia Athletic defeating them 2-1. That'll be the tiebreaker in the head-to-head competition. What a wonderful ball at the top, but offsides would be the call. That was a great opportunity, great thought there. Fortunately, just the timing was off. Here's an opportunity for Lamino yet again. Gets around Green. But offsides, as was called. Can't see the AR because they're down in that void that's just beyond our view. Orellana is down for North Georgia United. I think yes, it is a cramp. Just the extensive running back and forth has really put a number on him. We have some substitutions, getting last-minute instructions from Coach K on North Georgia United's side. Staff is getting those substitution cards ready. I expect Orellana's day is probably set to be done. So thank you so much to our sponsor, Images Frozen in Time, who brings you all this UPSL Georgia action here on ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what we do and you want to get all of the updates on the interviews, highlights, podcasts, and much, much more that we bring you here at the ASMG TV YouTube channel. Foul committed there by Herrera, and Herrera is going to find himself booked by our center official here in the 70th minute. Second card of the match for North Georgia United. Orellana down on the pitch again, and substitution is ready to go. You can see there getting his information to the fourth official. Conversation with the fourth official and the Lamino player. He gets the wall set up. We're ready to rock and roll. Ramirez is over the ball. Pentago steps over it. Ramirez goes a second time. Diouf trying to get the header, but he is cut off by two players and commits a foul. We have a substitution for both sides ready to go. Let's see who's going to be coming off. It is Orellana who's going to be coming off. Cramping finally let him down, and it's going to be Diouf, number 29, who's going to be coming off for Lamino, Georgia. Diouf is going to be replaced by Fairs, number 49. Foul committed there. Now going to go out. Okay. Farias will lay it off to Garabay to take the start of this kick, and he'll blast it forward. Green puts it back on the Lamino side. Gutierrez will go back to Orta. Orta and Gutierrez trading passes, but dispossessed by Herrera. Here's a ball to Maradiaga. He gets around the first man, trying to dance around the second. Wants a foul there, and he's not going to get it. Here's an opportunity. And that ball be knocked out by the newly entered North Georgia man. Onhels wins it, hits the brakes. Great work there, great decision. More substitutions ready to come on for North Georgia United. And it's going to be Burrell, number 16, whose day is done. And 12, Huberty, his day is done as well. And one more as well. I think. Yeah, it is Onhels who's coming off. Last one, number 3, Onhels is coming off. So 3 substitutions here in the 74th minute. And there will be a throw for North Georgia United. Lamino working through all those new North Georgia United players. Leon, he's going to go back. Dispossessed there. It'll be a throw for Lamino. Okoronkwo just coming on. He's putting pressure on Lamino. Number 21, Vega, is one of those players who came on for North Georgia United, who receives the ball, loses it. It's going to bounce its way all the way out, and it'll be a goal kick. So 4 substitutions so far for North Georgia United. They still have 3 more to make if they need to, with 15 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Not as many substitutions made by Lamino, Georgia, but man, have they made those substitutions count. Penagos and Leon with 2 goals in 90 seconds. Leon coming on and making an instant impact with a goal and an assist. Vega is going to send it forward. Okoronkwo lays it off. Here comes the ball to Lamus. Lamus is able to get it. He makes the turn. And just shoved to the ground by Leon. That was a really, really just awful mistake there by the Lamino man. I mean, he had the player beat. The ball was out of possession. Avaloy had no chance to get to the ball, and he just throws the man to the ground. This gives him a great opportunity. It's barely a yard out of the box, and it's right at the line of the corner. Maradiaga over the ball. 4 men on the back post. Avaloy thought about it. Maradiaga is the one that's going to take it. Headed away by Lamino. Lamino has a man up ready to be subbed in. Only 1 goal separating these 2 teams. Lamino trying to do to North Georgia United what Georgia Athletic did to them last week. Let the opposing team go up 1 and then come back and score 2 to get the victory. There's a foul by Herrera. Herrera's got to be careful because Herrera's already on a card. Another card would see him off. Is he going to allow the sub? Indeed, he's going to allow the sub right there. You see, I believe is it Panicos who came off? I'm trying to see there. Working into the box, right into Mendiola. He pushes that away. And he's bouncing around in that final third of North Georgia United. They need to get this out quickly. Shot taken, saved by Mendiola. And it was Pentecost who came off for Lamino, Georgia. We had a sensational second half. Working with Leon for the goal and the assist. Each sharing a goal and an assist. North Georgia United not able to control through center circle. Lamino now going to go all the way back to the keeper. Farias just sends that forward. Now a nice long ball from Lamino. Fairs goes down. No foul, and there's a little bit of a takedown between the two men. The center official's right there watching. Just having him calm down. We got another substitution ready to go for North Georgia United. See who it is that's going to be coming off now. It'll be Herrera that's coming off, which is a good call with him already being on a yellow card. And having a really, really close opportunity there of getting a second one. Got lucky. Good pressure there by Fairs. Lamino come away with it. Gallant is who came on for North Georgia United. Headed away, makes the turn, tries to hit the brakes, but not able to keep possession. Lamino looking for a third, straight up into the air, cleared away. Lamus loses possession. Lamino, good ball, but cleared away by North Georgia. Now they get it right back. North Georgia is starting to get a little panicked as we're in the 82nd minute. That's not the best clearance there, and he knows it, the North Georgia United man. Gutierrez thinking about it, into the box, lays it off. Over to Ramirez. He's going to put one forward. Green trying to clear it. Fairs gets it. And it'll be a throw for Lamino. Here's an opportunity over the bar and out. Just kind of getting something out of nothing as that ball was deflected into the center of the box. Carlos Orta, number 9, takes a crack at it. Vega. Now here comes Lamino yet again. Dispossessed there. What a great tackle there for North Georgia United. Now for the turn. Getting the on-runner, Vega. Lamus now. Gets past the Lamino man. Gives it back. And sent across over to Gallant. Gallant holding up, looking for a path to go. Lays it off. They'll go back. Tucker has moved up from that center back role. That ball's just sent a little too far forward. Maradiaga was not ready for it. Gallant, good little ball, give and go. Maradiaga is gonna crank it, misses, second! Oh, and that one just falls right back into the breadbasket of Farias, as if that ball could have been hit with any more of an angle from Okoronkwo. That is a 2-2 draw. Okoronkwo just didn't really know what he was getting into as that ball came right back to him, and he didn't have the time to get it on any type of proper deflection and attack. Yet again, Mendiola with a great save and a secondary clearance there by Green that was sensational off the deck. Headed forward, and that one doesn't miss by much. Wow, end-to-end action right now. End-to-end action for these two teams, and North Georgia United looking to find a second goal. Green feeling the effects of that clearance that he had to do, because that was just wonderful. That ball bounces, and on the turf, he's got to scissor kick that ball out of danger, and that was just great work by the defender for North Georgia United. Lamus now has some space. He's going to send this long, trying to get it to Maradiaga. Not going to get there, but Gallant is going to pressure Lamino to have to put it out for a corner. That ball bounces off the stadium scoreboard, puts it right back into play. Does Maradiaga. He is not in a perfect position, but he's still fighting for the ball, fighting for position. He goes down, and it's going to be a foul. Is that going to be a penalty? Because that is right on the line. I think it is just on the outside of the line. You can see Coach K running down the line, looking at it. We'll take a look at it. You can see as they're fighting there on the line, Maradiaga goes down, and yes, it is a foul on the outside, and it is going to be, and he's lucky to not get a yellow card for that as well. You can see the Lamino players arguing. That's going to go to no avail as our center ref has made his decision. He's calling them back the 10 yards. It'll be a 3-man wall. Farias is getting set up. Maradiaga is there. Avaloy is there well, and that one over and out. Just not enough space to get that ball over and under and out past that wall. Maradiaga will give that ball quickly to the keeper as we're in the 88th minute. We'll see how much stoppage time we're going to receive. We've had a lot of substitutions. And anything that, you know, Coach K is talking to the fourth official, but every second that is wasted, the center official is just going to put that time right back on the clock. That one is going to be blasted out for throw. Quickly taken by Gallant. Right at the center official. All the way over here to Lamus. Lamus' first touch kind of lets him down. Allows Lamino to step away with it. Orta, his pass makes its way to Fairs. Lays it off over here to the near side, back through! And that one almost was in a perfect spot for a back of the net placement for number 12 of Limeno, Georgia. Nathan Marquez was right there, and if it wasn't for a last-minute touch by North Georgia United, it's 3-1. Not the best throw-in. That was danger of being a fault throw-in. It'll be knocked out. It'll be a corner. Mendiola deflected it, but wasn't able to control it. Gutierrez will receive it. He's going to send it forward, but it's not going to get past North Georgia the first time. Still bouncing around. Mendiola is going to grab it. Now, trying to fast break is North Georgia United as the time is tickling away. Be a throw. Quickly taken. Gallant has it. Thought about sending it. Elected not to. He receives it right back. Gives it over and cannot control it. And it is out for a throw for Lamino. Looked like the center official had either shown 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time and didn't get a good look as he was not looking at us when he made the call. North Georgia trying to find that second goal to equalize with Lamino. Diaga receives it. He was going to be closed down throughout the remaining of this match as being one of the top goal scorers for the league. Headed back in, up in the air. Maradiaga is there. He's going to head it straight up. It's bouncing around. Okoronkwo can't control it. All the way back through Lamino. North Georgia send it back forward. It can't get it to Maradiaga. Green, Avaloy lifts it forward. Maradiaga's trying to get there. It's going to be headed away, and it'll be out for a corner. All the way through the box, headed back in. Cleared away by Lamino. North Georgia need to get their lines back forward. Ooh, that was a good ball over there to Lamus, but Lamus loses it. Foul is going to be called on North Georgia. They're going to call back the advantage from the first foul. This ball is just about 40 yards out. The day is getting long for North Georgia United. They need the chance to find the equalizer. Lifted way far forward and out. That was not what North Georgia United needed. Max Ramos tried to put that one on frame and just knocked out for a goal kick. Farias will get us back underway. He's just going to send this one as far forward as he can. And that's going to do it. That is the end. And it is a critical win for Lamino, Georgia. It ends Lamino, Georgia 2, North Georgia United 1. And this is really going to change the dynamics of this leaderboard, as this now makes it a very interesting spring season. As it stands right now with the updated totals, that means that Lamino, Georgia is going to be tied with Georgia Revolution and Georgia Athletic on 12. They're not going to go anywhere because Georgia Athletic has already defeated them. Dalton United, North Georgia will stay at 14, Kalanji at 15. Potros FC will go into next week in the lead, and that is where we stand. And that's going to do it for us here at ASMG TV. We brought you a plethora of matches for today. We take a look at the matches for week number 10. It was FC Columbus defeating Georgia Athletic 2-0, SSL losing to Potros FC 5-1, and now Lamino, Georgia defeating North Georgia United 2-1. Next week, all the matches come back. Fountain City FC kick off the doubleheader down at Otis Spencer Stadium against Georgia Revolution. FC Columbus Elite make up the second one at 7 against Albion SC Atlanta. At 6 o'clock, FC Birmingham taking on this Lamino, Georgia over in Birmingham, Alabama. North Georgia United taking on Dalton United. The Dalton Derby over at Riverbend Park this year. 7 p.m. We'll bring you that here on ASMG TV. Georgia Athletic taking on Pachuca, Georgia at 2 on Sunday. And the doubleheader for us, SSL FC against UMA at 5, and Kalanji Pro Profile and Potros at 7:30. That is going to be a huge match at the top of the table. So that is going to do it for us here at Meadowcreek Stadium. For all of us here at ASMG, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always so that you get all the content right here on ASMG TV. See you next time, folks.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.